Down to the courthouse, it was a very emotional day in Collin County, Texas, where Karmelo Anthony was convicted and sentenced for the 2025 stabbing of Austin Metcalf. After a week of testimony, the trial ended earlier than predicted on Tuesday, June 9th. The all-white jury deliberated for only 3 hours and returned, finding Anthony guilty of murder. The jury was also given the option of manslaughter if they believed that he acted recklessly instead of intentionally, or to acquit him altogether if they believed that he acted in self-defense. After the conviction was entered, the jury then deliberated for a little under 2.5 hours and returned with a sentence of 35 years. The issue in this case was never whether or not he actually committed the act, it was whether it was intentional, reckless, or in self-defense. In the state of Texas, Anthony will have to serve at least half of his time, so 17.5 years, before he becomes eligible for parole. A couple of notes from the trial: the 3-inch knife that Anthony was in possession of is against school policy, but it's not illegal to have at the stadium. This young man had no criminal record. The state called 21 witnesses, and the defense called less than half of that. There were discrepancies between some of the student witnesses' testimony and their police reports after the incident occurred. One of the issues will be the judge's ruling that the jury did not have to be diverse, and the prosecution dismissing all of the eligible African American jurors, and whether or not that was done solely based on race. There has been a viral post going around of a picture that claims that it is Austin Metcalf's father, and in the picture it is the judge and a district attorney. It has not been authenticated that that is actually who the people are in the picture. Almost did not want to do this video because of the comments on my previous video. Of course, rest in peace to Austin Metcalf. It really is a tragedy, and it is devastating to both families. So prayers to the Metcalf family, to Karmelo Anthony, and to Karmelo Anthony's family. Even though the prosecution and the judge believed that there were no racial elements in this case, of course, a large portion of the African American community believe that race is always the issue. That if it was another white student, even from a different school, that sat under that tent, there would not have been an altercation at all. That if Metcalf was the one that took Karmelo Anthony's life, that he probably would have had a much lighter sentence or been acquitted altogether. As a Texan, as a black woman, as an attorney, I was not surprised that the justice system failed this young man. But I was really surprised in the number of years that they sentenced him to. They had a range between 5 and 99 years on the murder charge. An appeal has already been filed, which will begin the process of challenging the conviction and a sentence in a higher court. It is a common step in any serious felony case, but it could take months or years to come to a resolution. Until next time.